Marvel comics are filled with muscle-bound dudes. But the women in the Marvel Universe kick just as much butt.
You've got your fancy powers and cool costume now. You want in on this?
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 superheroines from the Marvel Universe.
You would die for them.
No, not for them. For you.
For this list, we're digging into Marvel lore and searching for the strongest, most heroic, most interesting, and most badass female superheroes to grace the comic book pages. Number 10. Elektra. One of the most complex Marvel characters, Elektra is a master of the martial arts and has a tortured relationship with the superhero Daredevil. Although she began her career as an assassin and has used her incredible skills for evil, she has also teamed up with the good guys on many occasions. Elektra is ruthless and cunning, qualities that make her a valued ally and a fearsome opponent.
Don't force it. You're forcing it.
She's also intensely determined. Even death was unable to claim her for long. Number 9. Emma Frost.
Emma Frost, Sebastian Shaw's associate.
Like Elektra, Emma Frost started out villainous and was an enemy of the X-Men before she finally joined their team.
You're thinking of running, hiding. We'd find you, Henry. There's not a fortress in the world that could keep us out.
Frost's mutant powers are telepathically based, enabling her to read minds as well as project seriously painful psychic blasts.
He's here to kill you.
In addition, she has developed the ability to make her skin diamond hard and nearly indestructible. A formidable and powerful personality, Frost is nevertheless an excellent teacher and has worked hard to help train new generations of mutants.
You can stop trying to read my mind, Sugar.
You're never going to get anything from me while I'm like this.
Number 8. Scarlet Witch.
Hello, Father.
Wanda!
One of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe, the Scarlet Witch is the daughter of the evil mutant mastermind Magneto.
Don't talk like that.
Fortunately, she escaped his sphere of influence to become a fighter for good.
You haven't seen me angry until now!
The Scarlet Witch can tap into mystical energy in a way that manipulates the laws of probability, resulting in hexes that can alter reality on a fantastic scale.
Stay out of this!
The witch's ability to control her powers has wavered at times, often causing problems. But she remains a fascinating and compelling character.
I said stop talking like that!
Number 7. Black Widow.
Who are you?
Natasha Romanoff?
Originally an elite Soviet sleeper agent, the Black Widow defected to the West and became one of the most valued members of Nick Fury's S.H.I.E.L.D. team.
Before I worked for S.H.I.E.L.D., I made a name for myself.
Though the Widow's abilities have been somewhat augmented, it's her physical prowess and keen strategic intellect that make her a force to be reckoned with. Thanks to her espionage background, the Black Widow can take on any number of roles and play them all convincingly, making her invaluable for infiltrating enemy organizations.
I'm in the middle of an interrogation. This moron is giving me everything.
I don't give everything.
Number 6. The Wasp.
Is that all you've got? Really?
A founding member of the Avengers,
Avengers assemble!
the Wasp may be tiny, but she packs a mean punch. Or sting, as the case may be.
You give theoretical physicists a bad name. Now knock it off, before I make you!
Able to fly and shrink to the size of an insect, the Wasp was originally treated in a fairly lighthearted manner.
Together, we can do more. And we can have fun doing it.
But over the years, she proved her worth and her mettle on numerous occasions, even giving her life to save the Earth. Fortunately, her death was only temporary, And the Wasp is still buzzing around, making the Marvel Universe a better place.
That felt kind of good.
Number 5. Rogue.
It was an accident.
Until she gained control over her powers, things were rough for Rogue.
The first boy I ever kissed ended up in a coma for 3 weeks.
She couldn't touch anyone without draining them of their memories, strength, and abilities.
It's just that when people touch my skin, something happens.
What?
I don't know. They just get hurt.
When she learned how to control her abilities, things became easier, though not perfect.
You don't know what it's like to be afraid of your powers.
Along the way, Rogue absorbed Ms. Marvel's powers and personality, and found herself battling the superheroine for control of her own body.
I've been waiting a long time for this, sister.
Acting like a sponge for others' powers, Rogue is not someone to be trifled with. Number 4. Ms. Marvel.
My name is Ms. Marvel, and I'm here to welcome you to Earth.
Created back in 1968, Carol Danvers was originally a determined security officer of the United States Air Force, who developed superhuman powers due to an encounter that fused her DNA with that of an alien from the Kree race.
If you really knew anything about humanity, you'd know we could never do what you're asking.
Now blessed with a wide range of powers, including super strength, flight, super speed, and photonic blasts, she began her heroic career as Ms. Marvel.
Join the Avengers.
I don't know what to say.
A member of many incarnations of the Avengers, Carol recently assumed the name of Captain Marvel, with the name Ms. Marvel being passed on to a teenaged girl named Kamala Khan.
I believed in you. I named myself after you. All this time I thought you were out there fighting for us, but you were just bringing your people back here to conquer us.
Number 3. The Invisible Woman.
I think you both know my director of genetic research, Susan Storm.
One of Marvel's most iconic characters, the Invisible Woman is one of the original members of the Fantastic Four.
We're all in this together, Ben.
Together?
Participating in an experimental starship flight, cosmic rays gave Susan Storm Richards the power to turn invisible and to create force fields of amazing strength.
Look at me.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
Over the years, the Invisible Woman has learned to manipulate her force fields to incredible effect, enabling her to levitate or to cause objects to explode. And as Sue's confidence has grown, so has the intensity of her power.
Susan, let's not fight.
No, let's.
Number 2. Storm.
I'd like you to meet Aurora Monroe, also called Storm.
With the ability to totally control the weather, Storm is quite literally a force of nature, and not one to be messed with.
Sometimes anger can help you survive.
Orphaned at an early age, a witch priestess took Storm under her wing and taught her how to control and use her mighty powers. Storm has been a longtime member and sometimes leader of the X-Men, and it's her insight and commanding presence, along with her awesome powers, that make her one of the team's most important members.
Do you know what happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else.
Before we reveal our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Oh yeah, Dr. D. You've helped turn me into one seriously cheesed off She-Hulk.
Look! Up on the building! It's Spider-Woman!
Gamora, soldier, assassin, wanted on over a dozen counts of murder.
Number 1. Jean Grey. Whether calling herself Marvel Girl, Red, Miss Psyche, or White Phoenix of the Crown, Jean Grey has been a starring player in the Marvel Universe for more than 5 decades.
I keep feeling something terrible is about to happen.
Jean made a definite impression from her debut in the first issue of X-Men, but gained true legendary status during the epic Dark Phoenix storyline.
Stay out of my head.
In her experiences, good and bad, with the Phoenix Force, Jean has achieved a level of power that is truly godlike.
I'm telekinetic. I can move things with my mind.
Really? What kinds of things?
All kinds of things.
But even when working without the Phoenix, her telekinetic powers demand respect.
Jean. Enough. Enough!
Do you agree with our choices? What other superpowered women of Marvel deserve to be on this list? For more enthralling top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Thank you for your cooperation.